Transformational leadership is the topic for tonight's discussion. Let's discuss issues and apply them. Kwame Bedu Ando is seated, and as I've already said, he is one of the honorable men who have contributed immensely to this discussion on leadership, and he is within our men seated. And as let me take just a few minutes to introduce him, then we can kickstart the program. He is a corporate affairs manager at the Ghana Investments Electronic Fund Communications, and also teaches part-time at the Islamic University College of Ghana. He is inspired, God-fearing, and a Christian gentleman. God has richly blessed him. Kwame Beduando, you are warmly welcome.
Thank you.
All right, so I will just quickly move to Prince Edu Apia 1BA Africa, and to explain to us the concept of transformational leadership. So, Prince, what do you think about that?
Okay, first of all, thank you so much for having me once again. It's good to be back. Greetings to all your listeners, and thank you for having me once again.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I'll take this opportunity to wish all our lovely mothers and women out there a happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving straight to the question.
Yes.
Transformational leadership. In fact, leadership is so important, and I also want to commend Only One Life Missions for this outstanding program dedicated to leadership.
Right. Yes, thank you very much.
Important.
Thank you.
So, transformational leadership is actually defined as a leadership approach that causes change in individuals and social systems. All right.
Yeah, yes.
And in its ideal form, it creates valuable and positive change.
Okay.
In the followers, with the end goal of developing followers into leaders. So this is not the kind of leadership that is just focused on the organization's goal. As part of the organization's goal, the members or the team members have to be developed. You see, everybody is moving forward, not just the leader and his vision.
You mean the followers?
Everybody inclusive. So,
everybody inclusive.
Enacted in its authentic form, transformational leadership enhances the motivation, the morale, and performance of followers through a variety of mechanisms. And so, these include connecting the followers' sense of identity. Now, this is very important.
Okay.
And a self-identity to the mission and the collective identity of the organization. You see, it's like often employees or followers tend to take their personality outside the fulfillment of a goal. Okay, this is 1 billion Africa. We are just solving 10 problems into projects. They don't connect 1BA to themselves, to their passions, what they are interested in. But transformational leadership engulfs all these things. And let me add this quickly. The concept of transformational leadership was actually initially introduced by a leadership expert called James McGregor Benz in 1978. And according to Benz, transformational leadership can be seen when leaders and followers make each advance to a higher level of morality and motivation.
Okay.
And you know, this idea was actually developed in 1985 by another man called Bernard M. Bass.
Okay.
And he extended the work that Benz did earlier on. And according to Bass, transformational leadership encompasses several different aspects, including not just pursuing an organization's goal, but raising the awareness of moral standards.
Raising the awareness of moral
standards. Yeah. Emphasizing motivation and positive development of the followers.
Okay.
Encouraging followers to look beyond self-interest to the common goal.
Okay.
Promoting cooperation and harmony. You see, so it's like a family. But often that's not what we see. There's a company and the people don't even want to be part of the family. The only point they want to be part is when taking the salary. do you get it?
Yes,
but if we all see ourselves as a family, we push it forward.
Okay.
All right. So I can go on and on, but transformational leadership is said to have occurred when engagement in a group results in leaders and followers raising one another to increase levels of motivation and morality.
Wow. So it cuts across everyone
Yeah.
within
it can be an organization, it can be
the church,
yes,
it can be the nation. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right, thank you very much, Prince. That's a wonderful explanation given. That is the concept of transformational leadership. I'll move to Alice from the Lighthouse Church Chapel, and it's also a student anyway. Alice, what is transformational leadership? What is it? What is it at all? Prince has given us the concept of that, but let's clearly define what transformational leadership is.
Well, thank you very much. I think, like Prince said, it was actually brought up by McGregor Bent, and according to him, I just want to move to the opposite leadership, the other leadership style, which is directly opposite to the transformational leadership style, and that one is transactional leadership style. Transactional. And according to McGregor Bent, transactional leaders exchange tangible rewards for the work and loyalty of followers and penalizes when there is fault, whereas transformational leaders engage with followers, focus on higher order intrinsic needs, and raise consciousness about the significance of specific outcomes and new ways in which those outcomes might be achieved. So here, the transformational leader, like Prince said, engages the followers, and then they have several discussions. Where are we going? Where do we want to go? I mean, where are we now? And then where do we want to go? Then by that, each and every team member or team player comes out with their own ideas that motivates them, and then push push them to realize the common goal. So basically, transformational leadership, the leader engages the followers more. Yes.
Thank you, Alice. Thank you very much. As he has also said his mind. Let me move to Kwame Beduano. Let me move to him. When we talk about transformational leadership, so what can a transformational leader transform? I'm just trying to build a question for him.
Yeah.
So what can a transformational leader transform? Yes, he or she.
I think when you we've listened to various definitions for transformational leadership. I would want to say that they have the ability to inspire, to motivate, and then put together their followers beyond their job description. So that it's not a matter of putting down A, B, C, D. This is what you have to do every day. But then, whenever we realize that there is something going wrong, together we try to fix it.
Okay.
Yes. Again, they seek to bring change in their environment or in their community by improving on the current situation, whatever it may be.
Okay.
So whenever they see that, no, this is not what the thing should be, then what should it be? It should be A, B, C, D. Let's work around it.
Okay.
So, and then again, they tend to anticipate problems before they come and act accordingly. Anticipate.
Wow. They anticipate
so problems.
They see it afar.
Yeah, they have that characteristic of a visionary leader.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So they see far beyond them that in the next 2 years, Ghana is going to grow from 5 million to 25 million. Okay. When we had independence in 1956, we were about 5 million people.
Wow.
Now we are 25 million people. So the electricity that Kwame Nkrumah built, the Akosombo, it's now being overused. So if there is doom, so we need to understand it. Now, basically, every single soul in Ghana has a mobile phone, an iPad. We need to charge these things. And the statistics indicate that there are as many as 26 million mobile phones in Ghana. Wow. What about the laptops, the desktops, and all those gadgets that we use at the moment? We are using electricity.
Okay.
So if we had had leaders who had thought that in the next 20 years it is going to be so and so, we would have planned for that.
Okay. So because the anticipation wasn't
there.
Wow, that's Kwame Beduando. Thank you very much. So, transformational leaders are able to anticipate. Thank you very much. Listeners, this is Principles of Life, the Boiling Dialogue. You can also send us your comments and your questions on 0244 944 647. On our WhatsApp page, you can also make it a text message. We wouldn't mind. We will take them and then read your comments and also answer your questions. Thank you very much. Let me quickly get to Prince and to answer this question. I think, can a youth become a transformational leader, or is this leadership styles reserved for only the adult with many years of experience? Let me repeat it. Let me repeat it.
Yeah, it's a very long
because
one.
I'm waiting for just what Prince would say. Can a youth become a transformational leader, or is this leadership styles reserved for only the adults with many years of experience?
Well, the first part of the question, can a youth become a transformational leader? My answer is a big yes.
Okay.
And I say this with facts. You see, history is filled with many examples of transformational leaders who were young people.
History?
Yes, history, throughout history. And some young people today, it's rather unfortunate thing that, they can make their marks on earth when they are old. Yesterday, I was telling someone, for instance, do you know the age of the musicians that are around, even the American musicians? Young people, the stars, 25 years, 23 years, and they are making their marks already. But the question is, what is a youth, or who is a youth?
Okay.
Now, most UN bodies define a youth as a young person between the ages 15 and 24. And other bodies like the AU define a youth as a young person between the ages 15 and 35, or they say 32. But I remember, I think at church or somewhere, they said if you are under 40, you are a youth. All right.
You are under 40, you are a youth.
Yes, but like I said, being a youth is a powerful thing. And I believe that the youth are the most powerful people in the world. Elder, I'm so sorry. David took the responsibility of Israel at age 17.
Age 17?
Yes. Jeremiah started his ministry early. He was called into leadership in his early 20s.
Wow.
Gets the responsibility to become the pastor of his nation and other nations. Zechariah started speaking in the destinies of Israel when he was 24 years old.
Wow.
Nelson Mandela was born on July 18, 1918. And, he became actively involved in the anti-apartheid movement in his 20s. And the boss himself, Jesus, finished his assignment on earth as a youth.
Yes.
At age 33.
At age 33, yes.
Right? So, the people that have actually transformed this world, most of them were leaders, transformational leaders. Our own Mensah Tabel took up big responsibilities at age 19, started ICGC at age 25. I started 1 Billion Africa at age 23. So you see, young people, yes, and most of the billionaires in the world today became rich when they were under the age 30. So we can actually start small. Like the last time Elder was telling us, if you want to become a visionary leader, a community leader, just start from your community. Start small.
Yeah.
and then you can become a transformational leader. I read this interesting story about one little girl who was watching TV with her grandmother. 4 years. She was 4 years old.
Okay.
And then he heard of, in the news, there are some people starving in some countries. And then she said, Grandma, can I do something about it? 4 years. She was crying when she saw children on TV and they didn't have food and all that. And this child at 5, when her grandmother was at her side, she went knocking on doors, asking for food donations for poor people in her community. And when she was 6, she had collected 1,600 items to give to people in need. You see, the next year she had collected about 40,000 items.
Wow.
When a particular hurricane, she's American, hit New Orleans, she was part of the people that supported, young girl, played a key role. We may not all establish, she eventually established the foundation before she was 8 years old.
Okay.
You see, so we may not all establish our foundations at 8 years old, but we can make a significant difference if we decide to. So the point is that a youth can become a transformational leader.
Not basically on experiences
No,
you have. Okay.
Even if it's from experience, I mean, through your SS, you are building some experience, right?
Wow,
SS, college, church, youth, all those things.
Yes, thank you. Prince, thank you very much. I think, but
I just want to chip in something
here.
Actually, if you want to be a leader, like we said, you don't have to go to university before you can become a leader. You see, you have to operate from your instincts. You know, instincts, things that just happen. In the computer, they say default, this, default, that. Instincts are default. They are part of you. They energize you. You see a lot of things going around you, and you think, no, this is wrong. This is wrong. I think we should do it this way or that way. You are a young guy starting. The moment you start finding these faults within society, you need to move on.
Yeah.
Take a risk and start doing something.
Take a risk.
Yeah. So don't wait until you finish university. Yeah.
It starts from yourself.
From yourself. That is it. And when you start, you become aggressive. Not aggressive in the sense that you are going to kill, you are going to beat people. Aggressive in the sense that you want to do something. Yes, for the community. You become, all the things that you do, they come out clearly in your mind. You become focused. You are direct into action. Yeah. So that is that.
Wow.
And these are your strengths. They are not your weaknesses.
Yes.
Whether you are aggressive, you are clear, you are focused, or you are direct. Don't let anybody tell you that, hey, you're going her way. They are your strengths, and not your weaknesses.
And not your weaknesses. Thank you very much. Prince, you have given us a hidden treasure. I think it's a very good information. David started at the age of 17.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Jeremiah.
You know, the interesting thing is when we begin to read the books of the prophets, you picture one man with long abodjesen. You say, Habakkuk. He must be an old man. See the name alone. But they began very early. Jeremiah in his early 20s. Zechariah around 24 years old. You see?
Wow. So
yes.
Jeremiah, then Zechariah 24, Nelson Mandela 20, right?
Nelson Mandela actually began in his 20s.
Oh, okay, in his
20s. Yes.
Then Mensah Otabo, 19.
I listened to his message. He said at the age of 19, you know, his parents, I think, were not around or so. Wow. And so he had to go and they asked his younger brother to bring a parent to his school, SS. And then he had no parents, so he had to step in for his brother. That's responsibility.
Wow.
That's leadership. He said when he got to the school, they almost beat his brother because we said bring your parents, not your friend.
Not your friend.
So also very young, started taking responsibilities at age 23.
As only one life, I'll keep it. Next time I will let you know. But you know, I also had this dream, and then how can this become a reality in my life. But I thank God for how far He's brought me, and I'm on it. It's not easy. Things are fighting it, so many things, but undertakers, right? Yes. I'm not going to mind them.
Never mind them.
Yes, thank you very much, Prince. And before let's wait. Before there's a question here, I want Elder Bedu Ando to do that. It's Rachel. Happy marriage, because he recently got married. Mrs. Rachel Ankra, he says, what can a transformational leader transform?
You see, I started by saying that whenever you see something within society that you think is abnormal, that you think it shouldn't happen. I was using an example of death in Accra.
Okay.
We all see it. We pass by, we don't do anything. It will take a transformational leader, whether young or old, to get people around and start cleaning Accra. You don't have to wait until AMA comes in. Yeah. You don't have to say that, oh, I'm paying something and AMA has to come and do it for me. No, if AMA doesn't come and there's cholera and you die, who is going to be questioned for that? We need to take responsibility. So there is nothing that anybody is going to teach you that when it is A, then go ahead and be a transformational leader.
You have to see
whenever
yourself.
You notice that there is something going wrong within society,
or your home,
your school, your
office.
Church, your office, yes, you can go ahead and do it.
Thank you very much, Rachel. So, anything you see, Prince?
Yes, briefly. I think this thing we are talking about is so important, and I believe that if, let's say, the older generation now, if we decide to deliberately imbibe this in the young people, at school, at church level, different level, community level, whenever we get the opportunity, let's tell the young people that, guys, you don't have to wait for anybody. You don't have to keep complaining. It has not helped Africa for the past 50, 100 years. Take the step.
I think
it's so important.
It's very important. And at times I get very, very angry. You see, government has seen that Accra, Ghana is getting dirtier and dirtier every day. Government institutes a national sanitation day. And just 2 weeks ago, I think it was Saturday, the first Saturday of the month of May. I went around, and what I saw was very, very bad.
Very, very bad.
People were standing akimbo, looking on, whilst people from AMA were desilting gutters right in front of their shops, and they were not helping. But when the AMA finished desilting the gutters and they left, they went and opened their shops and started selling. And look at La Paz, just La Paz here. When you're passing by, when your car stops, you can smell something very bad coming from the gutters.
Wow.
And right in front of these gutters are people who are selling things for us to eat.
People are eating, walking everywhere.
We need to change.
Thank you, Kwame Bedu Ando. It is boiling. That is the boiling dialogue. This platform educates. And even as we are discussing a transformational leadership, I think it is transforming us also. It is transforming us, and we need to change. That's the word. Thank you very much. Listeners, let your questions and your comments come on our WhatsApp page. Number is 0244944647. I have quite a number of them. Don't worry, we will read them and answer all your questions. We will also open the phone lines for you to also share with us your contributions, and if there is any question, we will also answer you. By our experiences, the one big guy is here, and then the lecturer, Kwame Bedu Ando. Alex, how are you?
Fine.
Alex is a student. He's a young, passionate gentleman. He's here. He says I should ask him this question. Talking about change, how do transformational leaders identify change?
Well, actually, transformational leadership is also a leadership style where the leader takes responsibility in identifying areas that need a change. So here I just want to concentrate on the change as the question goes. So in identifying a change in the organization or in people, first of all, the transformational leader identifies the vision which he has for the people or the organization. Now, if you do not have any vision, then of course there will be nothing to achieve.
Okay.
Yes. So you must know where you are going. So the transformational leader knows where he is going. Then, if he's able to know that, then he educates the people, the subordinates, about where he is going or where he is taking them to. Because if the subordinates are not aware of where they are also going, they wouldn't know what to do. Yeah. So they must understand where they are going, so that it will influence their activity in realizing that vision. And trust me, there are several students in school who do not know the reason why their parents put them there
in school.
Yes. So you don't see them making any efforts or learning. And there are several people in other organizations who do not know the reason why they are working there. So mostly they do things for their own interest. I can't remember. I went to
only salary they always take.
I did an attachment with a telecommunication company. I wouldn't like to mention the name. And then we were sales executives. So we were sent to one company, and then the owner of the company complained bitterly about poor services. We were asked to go and sell the product so that they buy into the product. But when we went, the owner rather welcomed us with a complaint.
Okay.
So when we realized that this owner, we are not going to get any money from him, my other colleague said, then this what he's saying is not our fault. We are just sales executive. It's from the technical department. You get it, which is wrong. Yeah. If he had in mind the vision of the company, he would have made an attempt to help the owner of the company solve that problem by becoming an intermediary between him and then the technical department. Consulting the technical guys, complaining, sending these complaints, and then for them to take care of the problem. So it's important that the subordinates understand what they are doing. Once you make them understand the vision, and then the activities there
will be achieved. Thank you very much, Alex Ba. That is identifying and then how to make a problem change to positive. Thank you very much, Prince. Before the phone lines will be activated, Prince, at what point, you see, as we are talking about transformational leadership, so at what point can our current leaders in Ghana be tagged as transformational leaders? At what point?
At what point can our current leaders in Ghana be tagged as transformational leaders from the top anywhere?
Anywhere across.
See, when I believe that is when they begin to do some of the things we've mentioned.
Okay.
All right. Some of the things we mentioned earlier on, but it is sad that most of the current leadership we have today are filled rather with corruption instead of love for the people. And you see where Ghana is today. Now, when we say Ghana, for some years ago, Ghana was not a small country. This country was actually a beacon of hope for Africa. Lots of people were looking up to Kwame Nkrumah. I have some African friends, and they still call Ghana their big brother.
Okay.
You see, because in sub-Saharan Africa, Ghana was the first country to gain independence. And Kwame Nkrumah was inspiring other people. That's how come Zimbabwe, Mugabe said he's disappointed now in Ghana. Because they were all looking up to our nation. But today, see where Ghana is. We can't brag of those things in history, and there are some great examples of current leadership in Africa now that best models the kind of leadership that I believe Africa needs. A good example is President Paul Kagame of Rwanda. I won't stop mentioning his name. I like him so much. I think, to me, he is the perfect example that other African leaders should look like.
Wow.
In 1994, the serious genocide in Rwanda that took about millions of lives away, Paul Kagame was one of them. He experienced the struggles of the people. He experienced it, and when he became the leader, he came as one of them.
Yeah.
Now we were all suffering. Now I have a vision, go along with me. And he stood in front of them as their leader.
Yeah.
And he's led them throughout all these years. And you know one interesting thing, when he started seeing results, he now came from their front, saying, I'm the leader. He came to join them in between. Now let's do this together. That's transformational leadership.
Yeah.
And see what today, do you know what he's doing? He's not even in between them. He's behind them.
He's also following.
Yes, and he's made them leaders. And I read his quotes all the time. He keeps saying, my people, the Rwandan people. He sees the people and everything. I learned that, when they are going to secure a deal, and the other people on the other side of the table brings on board their negotiating points, he brings what the Rwandan people are saying, not what he is saying.
Yeah.
And today he's moving about securing deals, and Rwanda is actually, if not the best currently, among the top 3 best countries in Africa right now. And that is the kind of leadership that we are looking at. I learned he loves technology.
Okay.
And you see, transformational leadership, you have to be abreast with time.
Yeah.
Abreast with time. Today there is WhatsApp, there is Facebook. Paul Kagame has a Facebook account, and he's posting the good things Rwanda is doing.
I do myself.
I don't even know if Ghana we post the good things we are. I don't even know. Do you get what I'm talking about?
Nothing to show.
Please, when we leave here, just go on Facebook, Paul Kagame.
Okay.
You see the interesting things. Update. Twitter, you can follow him. Update.
Every time.
And he's selling the country. Today, when it comes to tourist attraction, people want to go to Rwanda. You don't need a visa to go to Rwanda. You see, the last time what we were talking about. He understands integration. You don't need a visa to go to Rwanda. He's made it free. Come. And when it's election, I learned they have some small electronic box.
Yeah.
No stealing of ballot papers, no nothing. Wherever you are, you just need that box. We don't say team so now count it.
Yeah.
Nobody the
counts.
city, no counting, nothing.
Nah.
Everyone is seeing it. If you are in a shop, why can't other African leaders do this? Some are not confident to do it because they want their people to be stealing ballot boxes.
Yeah,
if you bring machines, we can't steal again.
You have to mark your fingernail.
So Africa needs such leadership. And let me end finally with this. You see, the last time I was saying leadership is like leading a ship from port A to port B.
Yes.
Until you lead a country from a point to another point and then leave that country better than you came to find it, you've actually failed. Yes. It's as simple as that. You took it from point A to point B. Now at point B, it's even worse than point A.
You failed.
Yes.
Wow. Africa leaders. Thank you very much, Prince, for what you have enlightened us with. And I'm very proud of you and your 1BA team. Elder, you have something to say about this?
I just want to chip in something.
Go ahead, please.
There's this issue of corruption that everybody is talking about in Ghana.
Corruption.
And we tend to only blame politicians. But I think that is wrong.
Okay.
Yes. Everybody, including me.
Yeah. Myself, Prince.
Yes, we are
Alice,
corrupt.
you.
Including the taxi driver. Including the trotro driver's mate.
Corrupt.
Including the woman at Makola.
Corrupt.
Because it comes to a point where even your change
Yes.
of 1 pesewa, 2 pesewas, 3 pesewas, you are told we don't have it. Go to the office, ministries, wherever.
Yes.
Your file can never be found if you don't put something down there.
Yeah.
So who is corrupt and who is not corrupt? What we need to do is to reinvent ourselves.
Reinvent ourselves.
Yes. Reinvent. We need to reinvent ourselves.
Wow, I like this.
We need to be students of ourselves. Because any leader who doesn't learn cannot be a leader. He will fail. What I know is that if you are a leader and you are not learning, or you are waiting for a time to come before you can become a big leader, then you wait forever. So what you need to do is to learn from those who have been there before. Okay. Learn from them. What did he do? What did Kwame Nkrumah do? What did Mandela do? What did Ufwe Boigny do? What did Amadou Ahidjo do? These are past African leaders. Liberia, Tubman. Why was Kwame Nkrumah able to garner all these people together to form what was formerly called OAU, Organization of African Unity?
Yeah.
And when Kwame Nkrumah stood here in Accra in 1966 and spoke to African leaders, everybody was amazed. And they thought, yes, we can follow this gentleman. And they did. So let us reinvent ourselves. Let us become student leaders so that we always learn. And let us become change leaders. If you are doing something and later on you get to know that what you are doing is wrong, try to own up and say that I went the wrong way. Let us take this route. Yeah. But if you don't want to say that and you want to be seen to be so and so,
yes, we will not become what we want.
To square one.
Let us reinvent ourselves. Let us learn as students and change as leaders. Thank you, Kwame Bedu Ando. Let me activate the phone lines. I think listeners want to contribute to this. Please, you can call us on 0504 696070. 0504 696070 or 0578 8886 0578 088868. Let me take it again. 0578 088868. Please, you can reach us so that you can also share your comment and your contribution with us. At the same time, you can post. Hello, there's someone on the line. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, please, can you lower your radio set small, please? Can you turn down your volume of your radio set? Yeah.
Okay.
Your name, where you calling from, please? Oh, we've lost him. Please, you can call us on 0504 696070, 0504 696070 or 0578. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. Your name, where you calling from, please?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
This was really, your program is really, educative, and I want to give my contribution. My name is Grace.
Okay.
I'm calling from Kwabenya.
Kwabenya, let's hear you, please.
Okay. It's not just, the transformational leaders must have goals. And we as a country need to really respect our goals.
Okay.
I think we've lost all the goals that we had from independence, and now I don't even know whether we, those that are in our middle ages, are thinking of prosperity for the youth that we are leaving behind. Majority of us are, I don't know whether we even have a direction. So it's time we begin to set goals.
Yes.
And these transformational leaders must work towards that goals.
Okay.
And at the end, I think we'll be making a progress.
Thank you very much. This is a wonderful contribution. We will do that. As we discuss this issue, we believe and our vision is to educate the youth. Thank you, Dave Kwabenya. Hello, good evening. Your name, where are you calling from, please?
Hello.
Hello, good evening. Where are you calling from? Your name, please?
I'm Francis Kofi, calling from Dublin.
Okay, Francis Kofi, let's hear you, please.
Yeah, your program is very educative, and I want to contribute.
Okay, let's hear you.
In Ghana here, we politicize everything that that happens in the country, and that prevents us from looking at important things that we have to do.
Yeah.
That is why we don't recognize these important things that we have to. We have to stop politicizing everything.
It means that we've made everything politics, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Kofi Francis. Thank you very much. You can also call us on 0504-696070. Kwame Biduan, I have some questions on the WhatsApp page, and let me ask. Hello, sorry. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening. Your name, where are you calling from, please?
Yeah, this is EK calling from Osino.
Okay.
Yeah.
EK Osino?
Yes.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah, my belief is that we've lost our value as a country. Corruption is pervasive in all aspects of our life. All aspects. So unless, like the gentleman in the studio is saying, we reinvent ourselves.
We should reinvent ourselves, yeah.
Definitely. So that we rediscover our moral values. So that the country will move forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our caller, there's another one. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, your name, where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm Mohammed Lurana calling from Ashama.
Mohammed Ashama, let's hear you. Quick,
yeah,
in brief.
In fact, I like your program this very evening. It really touches me.
Thank you very much.
But I'm asking, you see, who are we to be blamed in this very issue? We have to blame the politics, especially the politicians. Let's example, let me put it this way. I heard your other panel saying most of the blame are shifted to the individuals. Yeah, no.
Hello?
What are their duties so far? They've taken everything in their own hands. As I'm talking to you, this communal labor that we were talking about, myself went to work towards assemblyman. I have to urge him that we have to do community. What you told me is, my brother, just forget it. Even when I come out to inform them, they won't do it. I was keep on asking myself questions. These politicians are always deceiving us here and there. You see, I don't know. For me, I give 100% of them to them. I'm telling you, especially in Ghana here. Look, my brother, I really like your program very well.
Mohammed,
in fact, yes.
I will leave my number on the page. Okay, so on the WhatsApp page, that's 0244944647. Then let's talk later. I think looking at the timing, and Prince has some questions that I wanted him to answer, as well as Kwame Biduando. We will revisit this topic next week. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay. This is a question from Alfred. I think Kwame Biduando, Prince. Good evening, sir. I want to find out, is being a transformational leader a characteristics? Okay, let me pick a call. Alfred, wait, please. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, your line is off. The radio is not coming anymore.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear. The radio is no longer coming. The radio is off.
Okay.
Okay. So please get to your technical man and let them do something about it.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you
very much. Okay. All right. So I want to find out, is being a transformation leader is a characteristic that we are born with, or we learn to be transformational? Are we born with, or we learn?
This question has been answered very over and over again.
Alfred.
And we are saying that nobody nobody is born a leader.
Okay.
Everybody can be a leader.
Okay.
The only thing you have to do is to start thinking outside the box.
Okay.
If you think within the box, you remain where you are. But if you think outside the box, do what people normally will not do, you are on your way to becoming a transformational leader.
Okay, so you must think
outside the box. Yes.
Okay. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes. Your name, where you calling from? Can you tune your radio set down?
All right.
Tune, the volume down, please. Okay, your name.
Michael Badi calling from the group.
Okay, let's hear you, please.
Pardon?
Michael Begro, let's hear you, please.
Okay. In fact, I'm very happy about this program.
Thank you very much.
With this kind of transformation we're talking about, in fact, most of the things are from our citizenry. We, the citizens ourselves, are part of the problems. Just look at it. If an MP wants a vote,
okay,
people want money from the MP before they vote for him. So if he spends hundreds of cedis before he wins that election, don't you think he's going to gain or pick back his money before even attending to the citizens of that community? He would definitely do it. From the what's called the local district assembly election, assembly membership to the top.
Okay.
And I really believe in the brother's word, reinvention.
Reinvention, Michael. Yeah, thank you.
We have to reinvent ourselves. Each and every one of us have to do that.
Yeah. Okay, so Michael, yes, I'm not cutting you. Please, make a date with us next week, Michael, because we are revisiting this topic because we couldn't finish our discussion.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. There is another question. Hello, good evening, and greetings to your panel. Please, what are some of the attributes of a transformational leader? Alex Nyako Matayeko. Attributes.
Yeah, so I think we've mentioned some of them. One attribute is you have to be a visionary, you have to be proactive. You see, you have to be able to anticipate. You know, all these things are qualities of a transformational leader. You have to. For me, I think you have to be selfless. You have to love the people too, and not just about yourself. All right. So all these things are qualities of a transformational leader.
Then quickly, this one. My name is Precious from Ashaman. My question is: can an educated person become a leader? I think Dabidu answered this question. And how can that be possible? Can the leadership is not in school, right? Yeah, Precious. Leadership is not in school. A leadership starts from yourself. Because of time, thank you very much. Final word, quick. One minute.
Just want to wish all women who are mothers, happy mothers. Is it day or what? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, but I just want to tell people that it is not only the woman who has a child who is a mother, because we have bad mothers.
Yes.
We want every mother to be a good mother.
You want every mother to be a good mother.
Yes.
So they can get the wish from you. Thank you, Prince. Are you?
Yeah, so the final word is that, leadership is very important. And like we've all been saying in this leadership series, we all have a role to play, a part to play. But most importantly, I believe that Ghana or Africa needs a very good plan. And then we need action to go by these plans. And if we abide by these things, we will succeed. And I would also encourage people to Google 1 billion Africa, see what we are doing, and be inspired to start something. Yeah, Google one. I'm telling everybody out there to Google 1 billion Africa. You can see our website, www.1billionafrica.org, or Facebook, 1 billion. One is number 1 billion Africa. See some of the interesting things we are doing and be inspired to start something in your community. So I wish all mothers and potential mothers happy Mother's Day and night. And God bless you all.
Thank you, Prince. Thank you, Kwame Bedu Ando. 1 billion has a message that we couldn't broadcast today. We will make time for that next week. Wishing all mothers a happy Mother's Day, especially to all mothers of Christian Divine Church, and to my special wife, Mrs. Rebecca Mensah. Wish all a happy Mother's Day. Thank you, Prince and Kwame Bedu Ando, for coming. Alex, you are welcome too. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace. On this note, I draw down curtains of today's discussion, transformational leadership, revisiting next week, principles of life, the boiling dialogue, only one life mission. I'm Yao Mensah, your host and your missionary. I wish you a fruitful week. Good night.